So first off, welcome, happy Tuesday. I'm Sarah Gannon, I'm with KHDC, and I'm really happy to be here with all of you to recognize the work of direct support professionals, or DPSs, in our community. The week of September 13th through the 19th has been nationally recognized as DSP Recognition Week. In addition, Governor Tim Walz has proclaimed the week in the great state of Minnesota. And today we also have Mayor Kim Norton to hear our city's proclamation. We'll get to her here in just a little bit as well. But every day, more than 600,000 Minnesotans with disabilities are supported by care workers who have one goal in mind, and that is to keep the people they serve to help them live their best lives. So during the COVID-19 outbreak, DSPs have played an instrumental role in ensuring safety and maintaining dedicated support and care for those they serve. DSPs can come in many forms and carry many titles, but today in our community, in our opportunity to thank each and every worker who provides such critical support to people with disabilities. So to begin the festivities, let's see here. Let's kind of run through our agenda here for today. We will be hearing from Mayor Kim Norton here at some point this morning. But we'll also have statements of appreciation from area providers and local legislators, and we will wrap up the event with an open mic for you. So let's see here. So first, we are going to hear from Cindy Ostrowski. She's the CEO of Hiawatha Homes, and she'll begin with our statements of appreciation. Cindy?
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me, Sarah?
I can hear you very well.
All right, great. So I am very excited to be here on behalf of our Olmsted County Collaboration Work Group. We are here to honor our essential service staff and our frontline caregivers and everyday heroes. They really are everyday heroes. They are our direct support professionals. Our Olmsted County Collaboration is a group of community stakeholders, that being our residential providers, our day program providers, the people we support, family members, guardians, county team members, community members, and our elected official. And today we all collectively are extremely grateful and appreciative for the work that each and every direct support professional and frontline supervisor does each and every day. When we think about DSP, we also think about dedication, about service to others, and about purpose. This week, as we honor you, our direct support professionals, we thank you for the care and the compassion that you give to others. We thank you for being an advocate, a job coach, an educator, and some days even being an activities coordinator. We thank you for your endless hours that you devote to other people. We thank you for motivating and inspiring those around you to be the best that they can be and want to be. We thank you, direct support professionals and frontline supervisors, for your daily dedication and for being our heroes as you bravely have continued to arrive to work each and every day to provide care as essential caregiver during these challenging times of the COVID-19 pandemic. You are truly the heart and the soul of the services that we provide each and every day. You are our mission. We cannot provide the services that we do without you. Thank you for being supportive, and thank you for providing an inclusive community for all people. I would like to just end by sharing a quote for caregivers. May you be very proud of the work that you do, the person who you are, and the difference that you are making each and every day. Thank you very much. Thank you to our heroes, our frontline supervisors, and our direct support professionals. Now I'm going to turn it over to Sue Shuttle. Sue is our CEO at ARM. ARM is a residential resources provider in Minnesota that supports and advocates for all people with disabilities as well as staff members as well. Sue, thank you for joining us.
You bet. Thanks for having me. And Cindy, people call me Shoe all the time. I get Shoe Shuttle all the time. So it's just one of those things.
Say 5 times, Sue.
Yeah, as Cindy has said, I'm the CEO of the Association of Residential Resources in Minnesota, known as ARM. And we are a trade association, and we represent organizations who support people with disabilities. And our members employ about 30,000 DSPs. So, you know, at ARM, we get the work that you do. And I just really want to take this opportunity to say thank you to the direct support professionals who work every day to support people with disabilities. It's hard work, but the work that you do is life-changing for so many, and it makes all of the difference to help people lead meaningful and full lives. And this is personal to me. I have a niece who's 31 years old, and I came to ARM because of Heidi, because I wanted to work with people that support people with disabilities. And I can tell you that when Heidi moved into her residence about a year and a half ago, we were a little apprehensive. We didn't know how she would handle it. But she just, with the support of DSPs, she's got a job, she's, you know, working in the community, she's involved, and she just really has grown. And so not only professionally do I support the work that you do, but I see it firsthand in the lives of my niece and her friends. So I just want, and I also want to acknowledge, and Cindy alluded to it, that, you know, it's been super challenging, as we know, with COVID, and when COVID hit and all the things that you all were faced with on a daily basis. And it was a very scary time for a lot of people, and to some extent it still is a little scary, but we've learned a lot. And I don't know if you know this, but Minnesota is actually, the caseload that we have in Minnesota is really small in comparison to other parts of the country. And it's because of your dedication and your focus on the people that you serve that we see the numbers that we're seeing. So I just wanted you to know that we see you, we hear you, and we just really, really appreciate all that you do. And so I hope you have a really great week. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much, Cindy and Sue. We have Mayor Kim Norton is joining us now, and so it's my honor to introduce her for the proclamation and remarks for today. Mayor?
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to be able to get that call from the TV station yesterday and be able to talk about this issue with the press. I'm so glad people are paying attention because direct support professionals are absolutely vital to the lives of so many. And so I do have a proclamation, which I'm going to read, and then we can talk further, and I look forward to the rest of the program here. So the proclamation says, whereas direct support professionals are the primary providers of publicly funded long-term support services for millions of individuals with disabilities. And whereas direct support professionals must build close, respectful, and trusted relationships with individuals with disabilities because they assist them with their most intimate needs. And whereas direct support professionals provide essential support that helps individuals with disabilities stay connected to family, friends, and the community while defining and living their best lives. And whereas direct support professionals provide a broad range of individualized supports, including meal preparation, medication assistance, bathing, dressing, mobility, and other daily tasks. And whereas direct support professionals support individuals with disabilities as they spend their days working, creating, socializing in the community, and other activities to enrich their lives. And whereas an adequate workforce of high quality direct support professionals is necessary for the state to meet obligations to people with disabilities and minimize more costly settings such as hospitalizations or institutional care. And whereas direct support professionals is one of the fastest growing positions in America in terms of demand, and yet low wages and demographic trends are creating a growing shortage of direct support professionals, leading to burnout and increased turnover. And whereas public officials have a key role to play in building awareness around advocating for and addressing the issues facing this publicly funded workforce, now therefore I, Kim Norton, Mayor of the City of Rochester, do hereby proclaim the week of September 13th through 19th, 2020 as Direct Support Professionals Week in Rochester, Minnesota, and I urge my fellow citizens to honor and support the important work of direct support professionals in our community. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the corporate seal of the City of Rochester to be affixed this 15th day of September 2020. And so I just want to say, I'm not sure, congratulations is probably the wrong word, but I just want to say thank you. That is the right word, to the direct support professionals for all that they do. I've had the pleasure of working with so many of you over the years and know that, particularly from the self-advocates over the years, that the importance of these professionals in their lives is paramount. The heart and soul that they speak about, how important having that person there with them that they trust, that they know, that they look forward to seeing, is absolutely incredible. And so we need more of these loving, caring people in our workforce. Paying them better is certainly part of it, but honoring them is another. And I don't think they get the respect and honor that they deserve. And so thank you for having this one day a year. We need to do it more than one day a year, but thank you for at least the one day a year to honor and recognize these caring and dedicated individuals and professionals. So it's my pleasure to be here with you today, and I'll turn the floor over to the next speaker.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mayor Kim Norton. We really do appreciate all of these direct support professionals that do so much for everybody. Let's see here. I think we're going to get started here and move to our area legislators. So if you're interested in speaking, please chat your name, title, and organization. And I think I've seen Tina Liebling is a part there. Let's see here. So let's start with Tina Liebling from the Minnesota House.
Well, hi, everybody. I am honored to be with you today. I had a little trouble getting in, but I'm glad I was able to resolve that. And also, I see former Representative Fran Bradley here on the call, and I know this was always an issue that was very important to him, and really appreciate, and I know all of you do, the work that he did in his previous role with services for people with disabilities. So I'm really, it's hard to top what Mayor Norton just said. We know that direct support professionals are so key to the lives of so many people. And I'm really pleased that there is, with the proclamation, to honor the people that are doing this critical work. And it has so many ramifications. And there is no question that we need to increase salaries and continue to, not only that, but continue to build pathways, career pathways for people who are direct support professionals, that give them the respect and the recognition that they really do deserve. Because even though they work, they're not on the big stage, they're on the small stage. They're playing key roles in the lives of individuals. So when we talk about programs that we have available in Minnesota, every program comes down to a person who is interacting with another person. And the key issue is, who are these people? Are they available? Are they able to earn enough of a salary and have the kinds of benefits that allow them to be comfortable in that job and dedicated to that job and long-term in that job, which is so important, not only to the organizations that employ them, but absolutely to the people who have the experience of interacting with them every day. So I also want to say thank you to those of you who are doing that important work. And I know you don't get thanked enough, and yet you are really critical to so much of the life of our people here in Minnesota. My sense from my years in the legislature is that Minnesotans really are proud that we in Minnesota provide pretty good services compared to the rest of the country for people with disabilities. I think that's a source of pride for Minnesotans. And I've talked to many people who've actually chosen a job in Minnesota as opposed to somewhere else because they know that their child with disabilities will get better opportunities here than some other places. So this is something that we want to maintain. And although we lead the rest of the country in a lot of measures, actually that kind of scares me to know that, because I know that we have so many holes and so many difficulties in our system. So we need to continue to build on what we've got, continue to improve the lives of people with disabilities and give them the support they need to really be, to live their best lives, to be integrated as much as possible into the community and to share in the quality of life that we want to be proud of here in Minnesota. So again, thank you all. I'm so pleased to be invited to be with you today.
All right. Do we have any other legislators that would like to say a couple words at all? If not, you can wait a couple minutes. We can circle back to that. First, I'd like to, we'll hear from Sue Mackert. She's the Interim Executive Director of Possibilities, to speak on behalf of MORE. So Sue, why don't you take the floor now?
Thank you very much. I'm so pleased to be here today on behalf of the Minnesota Organization for Habilitation and Rehabilitation, known as MORE for short. We're a statewide association whose 100 member agencies advocate, enlighten, educate, and speak very loudly to ensure meaningful services for persons with disabilities. Today, we're so pleased to recognize direct support professionals. DSPs, you have keen sensitivity, you have passion and patience, and you offer gentle guidance for individuals with disabilities as you embrace their courage, their personalities, their feelings, their drive to live the best lives. Through your work, DSPs foster a just community whose definition of inclusiveness incorporates people with disabilities as valuable and contributing members of society. It is especially fitting, as the mayor indicated, very much so, to express appreciation to our DSPs during this time of COVID-19. Many DSPs have been working tirelessly throughout the pandemic as frontline workers in homes, residential communities, care centers, and essential businesses. MORE also recognizes and pays tribute to the hundreds of DSPs who have been furloughed or laid off due to program or agency closures during this time of uncertainty and change. But DSPs, you absolutely rock. This week and every week, we are grateful for your service. So on behalf of all MORE members, I offer an everlasting and everyday thank you, thank you, thank you for all you do.
All right, thank you, Sue. Let's hear from some leadership from area providers. If you're interested in speaking, kind of same thing as before, make sure, or if you can chat your name, your title, your organization name into the chat feature. We can start first with Linda Dreesen from Bear Creek Services.
So I didn't get my name chatted in there, but I'm, as stated, I'm Linda Dreesen with Bear Creek Services, and I am so honored to be able to speak on behalf of, or directly to our direct support professionals. I've been doing this a really, really long time, and this year has been incredibly challenging. And I cannot say how much I appreciate all that our staff have been able to pull off in the last 9 months. We are going to honor our staff. If anybody's sitting on, they'll know it now, but they will be receiving t-shirts today that say that they are essential. As we've all heard throughout COVID, many individuals had to continue to work, including our essential direct support professionals. And we couldn't have said it better than the definition of essential, which is crucial, absolutely necessary, indispensable, and extremely important. And I think that that perfectly describes the role of our staff and what they do to support individuals with disabilities all day long, especially in these really challenging times. We are not through it yet, and we are continuing to carry on. Staff are holding their head up high. They are continuing to work diligently to try to keep people safely in the community, keep them connected to their families, keep them connected to their employment, and keep them connected to their friends. And I can only say that I think that they have done an incredible job. I do want to thank Mayor Kim Norton for the proclamation. It's so very much appreciated, and I know that you personally know how important direct support professionals are, and I know that your support of their role is very much appreciated, and that you know why they are necessary. Tina Liebling, I know that you have done an incredible job of trying to champion people with that support people with disabilities and disability services, and I look forward to continuing to work with you on helping that continue to move forward. And Fran Bradley, I also have to say thank you, because again, I've been around here a really long time, and I know the things that you have been able to do for us, Fran, in order to be able to provide quality services for people with disabilities. You were instrumental in Region 10 quality assurance, and that really helped us as providers to be the best that we could be. So I'm appreciative of all that you all have done. And like I said, I look forward to continuing to work with you. And I know I have some board members on here too. I want to thank them for their support. They're going to help to hand out t-shirts today. So they have really witnessed this year again how important our DSPs are, but they have known it for a really long time, and because of that they continue to support Bear Creek Services and all of the providers in town. And I just want to thank my fellow providers. Together we are getting through this, not just COVID, but the challenges that the inability to continue to pay our staff a living wage. We're getting through this, and we're doing it together, and I appreciate all of that we do together. So let's hang in there and let's keep it going. Thank you, DSPs. Thank you, team. We'll let the next person talk.
All right. Do we have anyone that would like to say anything else from other area providers? If so, you can comment your name or chat your name and the organization that you're from. All right. I think we can move on to, if there's no one else that wants to say anything, we can kind of move on to our next spot here. But is there any other area legislators that have joined on now that would like to say a few words as well, that may be interested in speaking? If so, you can also then chat your name and where you're from as well.
Are you willing to take an old timer legislator, former?
Go right ahead. You have the floor.
All right. I just really want to echo almost everything that's been said. There's more to be said. On a personal level, I have a daughter-in-law who works for one of these agencies. I happen to serve on Hiawatha Homes Board for quite some time and had a chance to be important part of what's going on there. My experience in the legislature made so much happen. But even before that, my brother Bob was in a group home in the Glenwood area. So I've had every reason in the world to be grateful for the angels who we call the direct support professionals, and they really are important people. I also want to suggest, however, because there really are horrible challenges right now in recruitment and retention. But for those who are in that world, I hope you feel a sense of fulfillment, because you make a difference. Those people who are direct support professionals make a difference in lives every day, and we should be grateful, but I hope you enjoy the difference that you make. I wish you all well. Thank you.
All right. And just quick, so everybody knows who you are, do you want to give yourself just kind of a quick introduction there?
Oh, let me unmute myself. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. I am Fran Bradley. I'm currently a board member of Hiawatha Homes and a former legislator and a former chair of Health and Human Services in the Minnesota House.
All right. Thank you, Fran. And it looks like Sue Mackert, you want to say a couple words as well?
I do. Now, wearing my possibilities hat, I think it's important for all of us to recognize that the legislature in the special session passed a bill that helps all area providers, particularly day service providers, who are protecting day service or I'm sorry, DSPs and their jobs. And all of our area legislators voted to support the bill, and we must give extreme tribute to Representative Liebling, who played a critical role in making certain the House addressed and passed that bill and provided some funding for us during this uncertain time. So I think it's just important, as we all talk about how we're surviving and how we'll all get through it, it takes all of us. And I want us to duly thank all of our area legislators for supporting us.
All right. Thank you, Sue. Carrie, from the ARC, it looks like you have your hand raised. If you're looking to say a couple words.
Actually, I was just clapping about what Susan said, but I would like to thank all the DSPs in our area as well. I'm with the ARC of Minnesota as well as the Region 10 Quality Council, and so we've spent the last couple of years talking directly with people with disabilities about the quality of services and supports that they've been receiving. And I can tell you, every single one of them had nothing but good things to say about their DSPs and the things that they do for them. So our DSPs are invaluable. I think they are not recognized the way they need to be. And so I appreciate this event. And thank you for everything you do.
All right. Thank you, Carrie. Let's see here. It looks like we have Wayne Strenberg from ABC would like to say a couple things. Go ahead. Oh, there you go.
Well,
You're on.
Thank you. Wayne Stenberg, Executive Director at ABC. Just want to say thank you to all the DSPs. There's a lot of thank yous to all our legislators as well, Mayor Kim Norton. What a week to actually honor these folks. It's been a tough 6 months for all of us. And I think of all the extra work that's layered on top of the work that we normally have with the pandemic, with preparedness plans and ensuring that the safety of everyone that we work with. So we couldn't do it without everyone's collective support. And just want to echo that. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Is there anyone else that would like to say a couple words?
Thumbs up. Thumbs up from you.
Oh, go right ahead. I can't quite see on the screen who's talking, but go ahead and introduce yourself and you have the floor.
Sorry, shoot.
Maybe it was just a mic thing. Well, anyways, we can move on to our next section here. Looks like we're going to do kind of a group picture before we open it up for the open mic. So everybody, if you could take, put yourself on screen, kind of that way we can take just a quick picture. So I'll give everyone a minute to be able to do that. And then I'll give a countdown here when I think everybody is ready. So I'll give you just a couple more seconds here to get online. All right, so make sure to smile for the picture And Crystal, when you're ready, we'll count down here. So we'll go 3, 2, 1, cheese.
Oh crap.
We got it. It's captured. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Crystal. All right, so let's keep the recognition going. It's now time for the open mic portion. So if there's anybody that would like to speak, please chat your name into the chat feature. I'll try and keep an eye on that, as well as Crystal. So we'll give you kind of a minute or two here to kind of get your names rolling into the chat. And so just, we'll keep the recognition going here today. All right, so first off, it looks like we have Karen Larson from ARC Minnesota Southeast. Karen, if you want to say a couple things?
Yep, sure. My name is Karen Larson. I'm with the ARC Minnesota Southeast region and the Region 10 Quality Council. First, I have my Region 10 hat on, and I'd like to say that on piggybacking with Carrie, I'd like to say we did interview a lot of folks that receive services, and they did say a lot of things of how blessed they felt with the staff they had. They appreciated every minute that you spend with them, period. The other thing they said is, we want them to have a raise. We want them to have less hours and don't work so much. And we want them to have Christmas Day off. So we heard some really great things, and I want y'all to hear that. They really, really appreciate every minute of every day that you spend with them. They need you, they like you, and they love the work that you do. The second thing is I'd like to put my mom hat on. I'm a mom of a young man with disabilities, and we have 2 staff that live in our house. They have spent a lot of time in our house, 10 years and 25 years. So they're not like DSPs, they're like family to us. They're like my kids, you know, and that's who we are. We are a group, we are a family. And I appreciate, again, every minute of every day that they spend with my son. Without them, without the support, without the security I feel with them in the room, I can't do what I do because I worry about my son. And that's what you do. You take the worry out of my heart. You take the worry out of my head so I can go about my day without worrying about my son and everybody else's sons and daughters, because that's what you do. You take away the worry, you give us strength, you give us hope, you give us a future, you give us confidence. And that's the type of job that you all do. And we really appreciate it. And I want to say a big thank you to every single DSP in the state of Minnesota. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Let's see here. Do we have anybody else that would like to say anything? This is the open mic portion. This is where anybody and everybody can say kind of what they want to say. So.
So since I don't hear anybody else, maybe I could jump back in here. Sorry to take 2 bites of the apple here, but is that okay?
Go right ahead. The floor is yours.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you. You know, just talking about COVID and, you know, what's been going on and the tremendous strain that it's put on all of our systems and on all of our people. You know, first of all, I just want to recognize the tremendous flexibility that everybody has had to display during this time. And we know that people who are vulnerable to begin with suffer some of the worst consequences if they catch the virus. So your work with your individual consumers has been just that much more important. But also that the pandemic has really exposed a lot of the holes in our system as well. And one of the things that has been so striking to me is how it's exposed how interdependent we are, how much one person's health really impacts another person's health, how important it is, for example, that everybody have the ability to stay home when they're sick. So this is something that maybe previously some of us might have thought of as kind of a luxury, like something you should earn. Well, you know, that's not a wrong position, but whether people can stay home when they're sick really influences the health of all of us. Whether people can access medical care that they need when they are sick or preventative care that they may need to stay well, that influences all of us. So I hope that from this really trying, difficult time, we can carry away a real commitment to making a change in our systems long term so that everybody has the health care they need and everybody has the ability to take care of their own health and their own family's health when that's necessary too. And from everyone from the newest and lowest paid employee all the way up the ladder, I think these are basic issues that we all need. And so I know that across the different providers and across our system, that these kinds of benefits vary. And I hope that we can take a strong look at this as we go forward here in Minnesota to try to make sure that everybody has these kinds of basics so that we can all be healthy, not just the people with disabilities whose lives we're working to improve, but also those of you and your colleagues who are serving these people who absolutely deserve to have the best quality of life that Minnesota can offer. So I just wanted to throw that in and would love to hear from any of you as we go forward. And I didn't say I now hold the position that Representative Bradley previously held. So I chair the Health and Human Services Finance Committee and would love to hear any of your ideas about how to make that possible. I mean, we know that DSPs don't make enough money. We know that we need to do better, but also things about the systems that you work in, and just really want to encourage you to come forward and talk to your legislator, not just to me, but also to your own legislator district that you might live in about the kinds of things that you'd like to see, because change really can happen. And in this moment of crisis, I hope that we can make change that's going to make our state better moving forward. So thank you for giving me those few minutes.
Of course, thank you very much. Is there anybody else that is interested in saying a few words, whether you're a part of an area provider, or if you're a DSP yourself, or you happen to know someone who knows someone that needs, just that little bit of extra recognition this week?
This is Cindy again, and I know I spoke earlier on behalf of our Olmsted County collaboration, but as I look through the names of everyone that are joining us today, our fellow friends and providers, I just want to also thank Mayor Norton, our legislators, you, Sarah, for giving us some media attention and recognizing our direct support professionals. But we do have a lot of our house coordinators on the line. We have our program directors on the line along with board members. And it does truly take a full team working and supporting with the direct support professionals. We have great support from our providers in the area. We have great support from our board members, and Lizette and Fran, a couple of people are on the line as our board members, but our frontline supervisors, our program directors, those that are working day in and day out 24/7, literally 24/7, to keep the people we support safe during these challenging times of COVID-19. Just a sincere appreciation for each and every one of them, along with Brian and Crystal for organizing this event on our behalf so that we can take time to celebrate. We greatly appreciate you guys and your tech support to put this event together. So just one final thank you to everyone, because it truly does take a team and it takes a community. So thank you.
Thank you, Cindy. Crystal, do you happen to know, is there anybody that you've seen raise their hand or anything like that?
Yeah, so as many of you had noticed, we had a little bit of a glitch with the Eventbrite portion of the event. So I received a couple of emails. One is from Senator Dave Senjum, and he just wanted to share that he's really sorry that he wasn't able to get into the Zoom call. I'll take personal blame for this, by the way. But He had just said that his message to everybody would be simple, but it would be full of appreciation, full of love, and that he knows personally how important the work is that all of the DSPs do for the lives of so many people. And God bless you all. The second message is from Kathleen Harrington, who is the president of the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce. She too had problems with the Zoom meeting ID, but she said that DSPs are critically important to the quality of life, and she thinks sadly are undervalued by our society. She was disappointed that she wasn't able to join us today, but she wanted me to express her and the Chamber's personal respect and gratitude to the men and women who provide the critical care to residents and clients of Hiawatha Homes and other area providers. So just want to, on behalf of Hiawatha Homes and the tech team, a little bit issues here, but thank you to both of them for sending those notes.
All right. Well, thank you. Was there any, this is still the open mic time, so if there's anybody at all that wants to say a couple words, even if it's just a couple, just a quick thank you, or, anything, from the heart, whatever works. We'll give it another minute or so here. Looks like Sue Bidwell, are you raising your hand or waving or just saying hi? Oh, I think you're on mute. If you want to unmute yourself, if you have anything you want to say.
Unmute.
There you go. We can hear you.
Oh, wonderful. Let me take this mask off since I came outside. Sorry, I don't want to be an emotional girl because I could retire at any time. But I work for 2 different organizations, and I have a world of good people that help make everything go. A shout out to Bonnie Tim, to Christine Herrick, to all my coworkers, and another shout out to another organization, to Roxanne Gilo and Wade, the regional director from RUM, and everyone making everything work. I have been able to go into an actual house instead of being in-home with my in-home people that I miss very greatly. But I have gotten a routine down for the ladies that I'm working with. We exercise every day. We have healthy eating, salads and round well course meals, every meal. And I just love the gals that I work with, and the guys too, of course, remembering their birthdays and calling them up and singing happy birthday and getting everyone. I have a little gal that is engaged to a wonderful man that she can't really see right now, but we do Zoom with her, and we're planning a birthday supper that we're actually going to go to his house, and they're going to have a meal together being social distance. But that's just one of the few main things that program directors help us be able to do. I'm just so thankful that I am able to stay healthy and help my individuals. Thank you for letting me speak.
Thank you, Sue. Is there anybody else that would like to say a few words at all? Are you seeing anything on your end, Crystal, at all? Anything that's coming in? No, not right now. Okay. All right. Karen, I can't tell if you're clapping or if you're waving your hand. I'm not clapping. Okay. I'm not used to those function. So yeah, let's give a round of applause to all of our DSPs. You know, we couldn't do it without you guys. Big thank you. So let's see here. Carrie, is that a clap as well, or is that a hand raise? Okay, clap. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. And then I want to give, as you know, from Hiawatha Homes to everybody, you know, a big special thank you to each and every one of you for joining us to celebrate today. It was a fantastic time that we had together, and we'll be in touch soon with the recording. So really just thank you everybody for being a part of this, taking the time out of your day, and you know, thank you for the wonderful hour filled with so much deserved recognition for these folks that do so much. For me personally, you know, I haven't had to deal much with or do much with DSPs, but you know, my mom has a lot of she has various health issues and things like that. So we're down to the doctors, you know, very frequently here at Mother Mayo, and we've had a couple home health nurses come into the house and help with you know, training for different things. And, you know, so my experience personally has been a little limited, but, you know, we couldn't do any of this, you know, without the folks that come to the house, you know, all of the doctors, the nurse, the support staff, everybody. So even though my experience is a little different than, you know, kind of what we're focusing on today, you know, I'm grateful. All of the families are grateful. Everyone is just, you know, DSPs are big, they're just very important. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who joined us today. It was a fun hour to get to chat with everybody and give so much recognition to the people that need it the most and deserve it. So Crystal, is there anything else that we have to do to kind of tie things up here for today at all?
Not today. Thank you, Sarah, for hosting our hour together. Thank you for everyone for being here, for your kind words, for your presence. We'll be sure to send the video out as soon as it's done rendering, and keep your fingers crossed so we won't have any more technical difficulties. Appreciate your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you all in person very soon.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Crystal and Brian. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Sarah.
Bye. Thank you. Nice to see everybody.